And it's coming up on 8:15. Good morning to you on this Friday, the 10th day of December. And we hope you're feeling great and feeling Christmassy. We're going to be finding out some very important things about Cumby ISD. And with us is Shelly Slaughter, Superintendent there.
Good morning.
Morning. Thank you for coming in. There's so much to talk about with a successful first semester, let's say, of this year's class at Cumby.
Yes.
And you say you're going to summarize some things for us, so just launch off in the direction that you want to go, because you have several great topics.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time and letting me come in and share all the great things that we have going at Cumby. So many wonderful people, and our students are amazing. Super excited that our bond passed. The last time I was here, we discussed that, and that had not happened yet. So that has happened, and that work is underway. They're doing some dirt work for our track in our new high school.
Great.
And so super excited. Track season is coming. And the hope is before track season is over, we will have a track to run on. That will be the first time ever. So we're loving that. High school plans are underway as well. So as they finish dirt work and do some different things, we certainly will be having community meetings in Cumby, probably do some Zooms as well for those who cannot come in person. We are looking at hosting just a stakeholder meeting in January, February, of course, with our board members there to talk more about the bond. We'll update our website with bond information as we go with pictures and renderings and all of that. We certainly want everyone to stay in the loop and to have input from our stakeholders. We're excited with that. We've been on a journey with something called being a collegiate district with Collegiate Edunation. And that started in West Texas with Roscoe ISD. We have mentioned this, I think, probably the last 2 years as we have put information out. So Cumby is Cumby Collegiate ISD. What that means is what we do at school and for our students looks different than a traditional model. In pre-K, we are a Montessori modeled school. For our pre-K students, next year that extends to kindergarten. So we're excited about what that means. We are looking at blended learning model so that we can tailor our students' education to their individual needs, student-centered, student-driven, but future-oriented. And that's really what collegiate means, is that we are future-oriented. It is about what our kids are going to do well past our walls when they graduate.
And you mentioned now, that begins at such an early age.
Yes, if we want our students to be ready and prepared to start taking college classes, dual credit classes as freshmen in high school. So we know there are things that we need to do starting in pre-K, that we need to gear our students, all of our students, that direction. Our ultimate target is that every one of our students graduates with an associate degree and an industry-based certification before they leave Cumby, and that is free of charge to them. So they will graduate debt-free with a college degree and a head start that a lot do not get. With the model that we are with collegiate, our high school is called P-TECH, which is Pathways in Technology Early College High School. So what that means is that's the tie with the associate degree and the industry-based certification. So even if we're shooting for that target, which is awesome, at the very least our students will leave us with an industry-based certification that gives them extra skills going out into the world to start a career or a job. And we do that through our programs of study.
Well, I'm thinking that young parents with young children, maybe if they're first children, what is on the curriculum is now going to look different than when they were in school naturally.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
Parents who have had already some kids going through school, they can catch on to all these changes and be so supportive.
Yes.
As the kids go along.
Yes, ma'am. And the neat thing is we are trying to get more and more communication out there, because communication is huge. And the model that we have in place, it's not just the school doing it, by ourselves. It very much is stakeholders and community input and parental input and the student input. It is not an easy overnight model, but we feel like it is necessary for our kids to be successful in the world we live in today. It's not sit and get traditional in the classroom any longer. If it stays that way, we're losing more and more kids. And as they graduate, they're maybe going off to school and coming straight back and not finishing some things. So we don't want that to happen anymore. We want our kids to be successful well beyond us. That is the whole purpose of education is to grow great people, but also those that can give back.
Well, you are very passionate about all this, and some of it is real new, and it's working in for next school year. But you're also a great communicator and a motivator.
Thank you very much. It helps to surround yourself with good people. So where your weaknesses are, you find those team members that have strengths for your weaknesses. And I know that's why it works so well in Cumby. And we truly have good parents and a good community that want great things for our kids. And I say our kids, I've been there 17 years. There are kids coming back now that I had that were there that say, Miss Slaughter, remember when I was in, kindergarten or whatever? And I'm like, oh my goodness. Yes, I do. And then some of them who have graduated, now their kids are starting school. And so it is amazing, but I want great things for all of those kids. And even outside of, if there are things we can do and we are partnering with other districts, I would love to see these kind of things happen in all the districts around. We have amazing schools in Hopkins County and in Region 8. And I would love for all kids to have the opportunity of this, to graduate from high school, have a college degree, and no debt, and be able to go out and do some awesome things. So being a P-Tech high school, that means that their college is paid for, and we give them the supports that they need so they can go well beyond that. Our percentages are increasing each year with the number of our students who are graduating with associate degree. I know lots of schools are already doing that and have been, but our numbers are growing. This year, we do not have as many. We have about 6 of our graduating class of about 32 to 35. But the next year, we have a large graduating class, and large for Cumby is 50. Anywhere from 40 to 50 is actually a large class, but they are 50 right now. But they're on track for about 42 to 43% of that class graduating with an associate degree and some type of certification.
That is so fabulous.
And so we are excited about that. Yes, ma'am.
I think of Cumby as very innovative, and I think it's because you study all these opportunities and bring in the ones that are appropriate.
I will tell you, we have started the studying, so to speak, 2018, 2019, have an amazing school board who's very forward-thinking and innovative as well. We're able to meet with the right key people that are doing some things in other districts and decided, hey, this is something we can do, that we can do for our kids, that we can do for our community. Everything is coming down I-30. So either we embrace it and we grow with it, or we go away. And we don't want that for the Cumby community. We don't want that for our kids. We don't want that for the town. Because there are a lot of great people that have a lot to offer, and we want our kids to see that they can do it too. Even though you're from a small rural school, that does not mean that you cannot make a greater impact. And that's what we're trying to teach from a very early age.
Okay. I know there's much more, and we have time, much more to explain and let everyone know the parts. I would say, in your summary, the progress of this first semester, and you've already touched
Yes.
on that, and talking about the collegiate district, which Cumby now is one.
Yes.
And then the PTEX, which is Pathways in Technology for
Early college, high
going
school.
into that early
Yes,
college
ma'am.
training.
All of our kids, and I know some think that it sounds crazy, right, to get a degree plan as an 8th, 9th grader, right? I understand that. I understand the hesitation for some, for kids deciding their future as an 8th and 9th grader. There are things that we're putting in place in elementary and junior high so that kids truly can explore careers and opportunities at an earlier age so that they are making a more educated decision on what they think they would like to do. The beauty of it is, what is the worst that can happen is they can actually graduate with a degree and a certification free of charge. What if they decide and change their mind and go another direction? They still have something they can fall back on.
That's right.
That's the beauty of it. There's no loss here. To me, it's a win-win. Plus, like I said, there are awesome people there. We're supporting the kids. We're trying to find out truly who they are, let them find out who they are. They do goal setting. They're really taking ownership of their learning at a very early age, which is the beauty of it as well.
I know you mentioned at least one student who has taken the initiative to follow a suggested path.
Yes, so we have a senior this year I'm super excited about that possibility. We do partner with not just collegiate education as a collegiate district. We partner with Paris Junior College and Texas A&M Commerce, where I graduated from as well. So my heart is there too. We have a student who started our education and training pathway as a freshman, and so she's a senior this year. She is on track to have her associate degree in May. She's going to walk with her graduating class, but we're actually going to keep her as a high school completer and be able to pay for her bachelor's degree through A&M Commerce, and in 2 years she will have her teaching certification. And the hope there is we help pay for that and do some things that she comes back, stays at Cumby. Such a huge teacher shortage. Everyone is looking for quality candidates. There's just not as many people going into education, and we're really trying to grow that as well. That is one of our pathways, which we're also passionate about. We need great people teaching kids, and what better than those that you have right at your school districts right now that have a vested interest, that want to see great things happening, that know that's what they want to do. You grow them and you keep them there. We don't want them going anywhere else. We want them to be there and continue the things that we're doing.
Well, I think that's kind of like your own story. I mean, you went to school very near here.
I did. I graduated actually high school a while back from Cooper, but I've been in the Sulphur Springs area and all of that for a long time. I got the job at Cumby as elementary principal. I started there in 2004, 2005. I moved my 2 daughters there, and they ended up both graduating from there, which is awesome. And now I have grandchildren there. So not only do I want great things for them, I want great things for all of them, but my heart is there. And like I said, we have great people there. The faculty and staff are amazing to work with. We're truly like a family, but we hold each other accountable. You know, we don't always agree, but that's what makes us better.
Well, it does seem like Cumby is very lively and alive as far as your school district from the top down.
It is, and it takes the school board, and they are great, and we work well together as a team of 8. There is trust there. There's the relationship there. We all have the same end goal in mind. You don't always agree how to get there, but this model we feel like is very good, and so we still work through some things, but you do that because you care and trust people, and you can do that as professionals, and we know the end result is doing whatever we need to for our students.
Well, do you feel that the Christmas break that you're going to get, all the kids and the folks at the school, the teachers and staff, can use that
Yes,
to
ma'am.
decompress
I
and
do.
get back for a start to a great year next year?
I really do, and we're excited about what's going to come in 2022. The world has been nuts for a while, and COVID for 2 years, and we've still, at the beginning of the school year, we had to send some kids home. We had numbers. We had to close for a few days. We were thinking, oh, no, here we go. But in the midst of all of this for 2 years, we have still been able to work hard and do some things for our kids in spite of COVID. That didn't stop us. So we are excited about what's coming, right, in 2022 and beyond.
That is wonderful. Well, we have just about a minute left, and so anything that you'd like to say, or a wish for a Merry Christmas to everyone, or
Yes,
anything
very,
in
very Merry
conclusion?
Christmas. I hope everyone has a safe and blessed holiday. Like I said, so many good people in Hopkins County even, that we just hope everyone has a safe holiday and returns back safely to our schools.
Okay.
And I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Shelly Slaughter from Cumby ISD. And